This is a demonstration of CHIRP and stock configs. For this demonstration, I'm going to use the June 27th, 2023 build. Stock configurations are pre-canned files with sets of memories in them that are frequently used. They're easily accessible here in the File menu under Open Stock Config. If you've ever used CHIRP before, you're probably aware that CHIRP ships a bunch of stock configurations with it that are commonly used channels from various locations, such as the FRS and GMRS channels in the United States. But what not everybody realizes is that you can create your own stock configurations for easy access while you're programming your radios. So I'm going to close this tab and I'm going to create a new blank CSV file. Here I'm going to add a few channels that I use regularly. 146.52, 144.39, and a repeater 146.90. I'll give these nice names. And I'll set the repeater to a tone of 100. So now these are all set up the way I want them. These are channels that I use regularly. So I'm going to save these as a personal stock config. You do that in the same way you normally would, which is to go File, Save As. But we need to put them in a special location. Now this differs a little bit based on the platform. On Windows, you need to put these under application data, and the easiest way to do that here is right in the file name box. Just type %appdata% and hit enter, and it'll jump you right to where you need to be. Just go into CHIRP and stock configs. Now this is empty right now because I don't have any personal stock configurations. So I'm going to go here and give this a name. I'll call it Dan Master and hit save. Now CHIRP only looks for these when it starts up. So the first time I create one of these, I'm going to just close CHIRP and open it back up. Now, if I go to File, Open Stock Config, I see all of the canned ones here that CHIRP comes with, but also the one that I just created. Now this will always be right here and easy for me to access while I'm programming my radios. So to do that, I would click on it just like normal. Now, to make it easier, I'll open a new window so we can look at them side by side, and I'll download my radio. I'm going to use an ICOM 2200, which is a monobander that clones very quickly. So here I've got my blank, brand new ICOM 2200. I'm going to go over to this window here. I'm going to click on the first row that I want, hold down the Shift key, and then click on the last row that I want. And now I can go to either the edit menu and say copy. I can right click and say copy, or I can use the ubiquitous Control-C shortcut to move these across. So now I will go back to this other window. I'll click the first row that I want to, where I want to populate these channels, and I'll right click again and say paste. Now of course you can use edit paste or Control-V. Since I'm overwriting that first one, it's asking me if I want to overwrite it, and I say yes. And here we go. These are my 3 channels ready to go into my radio. Now I can just say radio upload and send them back. And I'm done. Those channels are now in my radio and I'm good to go. So I'll close this window here. Now you can have as many channels in one of these configurations as you want. You can also have multiple files. They'll show up here right under this one. You can have channel configurations for multiple radio profiles. Maybe you have a GMRS profile, a profile of ham frequencies, maybe one for a smaller handheld and one for a larger mobile, as well as you might have a particular configuration for a group or a club that makes it easy for you to program other people's radios for them.